Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Got a question in from Prithvi. Hope I'm saying that right. He writes in an email. He says, "Hi, this is Prithvi from India. I've been following your channel for quite some time now, and I really like all your opinions and suggestions. I own a D5200, Nikon D5200, and 3 Nikon DX lenses. I'm into video making and photography professionally. I need to buy a second camera. I was looking at the D3300, but I thought that it would be a better option to go for a camera that shoots 4K. In India, not a lot of cameras that are sold can shoot 4K. A few of the options are the Nikon D500, Panasonic FZ300, and Panasonic FZ1000. Panasonic doesn't sell the G7 in India. I'm a big Nikon fan, but the D500 is way out of my budget. The Panasonic FZ300 is perfect for my budget. I want to know how's the performance of the FZ300 for video and photos, and if the small sensor affects the performance a lot or not. Will the quality of photos or video be better than my D5200 with a 35mm f1.8G? Thanks in advance." Wow. Good question, but a loaded question. Lots of factors to cover here. First of all, the video from the FZ300 is very nice, and the 4K is very nice. The caveat is it is a 1-inch sensor, a very good performing 1-inch sensor, but you need to be aware of the pitfalls or the characteristics of those sensors. In other words, you're going to get less ability for shallow depth of field than you do on your 5200 with a 35 f1.8G, a fair bit less. You're also going to get better low light performance out of your D5200 with your 35. So those two factors, not as much control over depth of field, not as much ability to get as shallow a depth of field, and not as good in low light. If low light's not a concern and you're not as concerned with the shallow depth of field, the 4K quality of that video out of there is amazing. I was very, very impressed with my time with the FZ300 and how good the video quality is. So with those two caveats in mind, I wouldn't have a problem recommending the FZ300 to you. Just be aware it's not going to perform as well in low light, and you're not going to be able to get quite the shallow depth of field that you would out of your 52 with the 35mm f1.8G. Now that said, you're going to get much more detailed, very, very nice 4K, which, you know, if you're not typically shooting in low light situations and you don't need a shallow depth of field, the video is going to be amazing. It's going to blow you away from what you got from the 5200. So that's what I would say there. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me on that? Would you recommend the FZ300? Would you recommend you do something else? Bear in mind he's got a budget here and there's limited cameras available in India. The 500's out of his budget. Let us know what you'd do in the comments below. Let us know why. Let's help out Prithvi here. And thanks for writing in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.